Hey everybody, Kim here with Little Biz Resources, and today I want to go over email marketing with Etsy. Now, if you have never even tried to do email marketing with Etsy, you're going to find out that there are some challenges because of the Etsy API. So I'm only going to discuss the one option that integrates with Etsy, and that is Aweber. You can get a free Aweber account through the link in the description, and that's free for up to 500 contacts, which we'll talk about towards the end. All right, so if you have your Etsy shop, all you need to do is go to that link. You can sign up for Aweber, and when you're in there, and this is a paid account, by the way, not free, so you'll see it's kind of a little weird. But when you, and this is my second account. I have a different account that's not Aweber that I use for email marketing. So don't be like, Kim, you suck at email marketing. Duh, but this is not the account. So what you're going to do is you're going to come to integrations. Once you've signed up, you come in, you're on your dashboard. You can go to integrations and wait, and then you can see that these are my connected already, but I'm going to go to available integrations, and you'll see that there are a lot of them here, and you'll see Etsy. So you just click on Etsy, and since I'm already signed into Etsy, all I need to do is say connect integration, and it says who I'm signed in as, and I'm going to say allow access, and then it's connected. Now, there is something you need to make sure you pay attention to. Right, because there is a, I don't know, debate about whether you should be able to email people if they purchase something from you or not. Well, unfortunately, Etsy has a requirement for people who are doing this, that Etsy buyers must opt in to receive emails from you before being added to your mailing list. And this is important because we're going to talk about some things. So first of all, this is an API connection. So you're going to have, it's going to be automatically set up with to send the, no matter which list you connect it to, right? So let's just say I don't have an EP Laser one set up right now on this one, but we'll just send it to the Crafty Twins Etsy buyers list, okay? Now that one is set up as not having confirmed on it, but I would want to go back in and add it if I want to be part of Etsy's policies. Now, here's the thing is that plenty of people violate the policies. I understand that. But Etsy, who seems to make up the rules as they go and punish people for whatever reason they feel like, they can punish you if you cannot show this, right? So they'll actually punish you first and then make you prove and ask for forgiveness for something that you didn't actually do. That happens to me all the time. But you want to make sure that you do have it connected, okay? So now there's something else that you can do in here, and I'm surprised it's not letting me see it on this one, but it let me have an option just a minute ago. But now that I think about it, this particular shop is not active, so there's no products in it. So if you have no products, you won't see this. But if you do have products, then you would see an option to, you can separate by lists or, you know, do other actions based on what they purchase. So if you have, like, say, different categories that you could probably put, you won't be able to select categories, so select the product. So but you could say if they buy this product, put them on this list, and this product, put them on this list, right? And if that's something that would benefit your store, you can do that here. Now, all right, so this is easy to set up, put together. I am not going to walk through how to use Aweber, but the important part now is once you have your list, and we're on that list right now, we're going to go to list options, and this is where you would go into the confirmation message. This is the message that gets sent to them. You're going to have to make sure this is turned on via the API, okay? And that's just simply because that's a requirement for Etsy. Now, there is an exception to that, which we'll talk about if you have another account where you could just use Aweber as a pass-through, right? But this is the paid version to be able to turn this off. So no matter what, you're looking at cost of more money. So if you're like, you want the freest version possible, then you're going to have this turned on no matter what. You won't be able to turn it off anyway. But you want to make sure this message, so you want to edit the message content, because this is just saying, hey, confirm this, and they're not going to know, right? They bought from Etsy. I cannot tell you the number of people who think they've just purchased from Etsy, even though Etsy doesn't sell their own products, right? So instead, what you need to do is you need to change this to say, you know, please click the button. You can leave whatever you want, but you have up to 500 characters, and I would leave the list name so that they know what it is, and I would say something like, thanks so much for your order, because the only reason why they're on this list is because they made an order. You know, they made a purchase through Etsy. So thanks so much for your order. If you want to get added to my email list and receive weekly specials. Just confirm your subscription by clicking the link below, and I'll add you to, and you may want to take off list name, I don't know. I'll add you to my email list. And then note, you are not added to the list if you do not click the button. Okay, so, and then you could even say that means you won't get any specials or whatever it is. You know, you can say whatever you want. And then they say thank you and company name here. I don't want this to be company name because this is actually under my Little Biz Resources. So I would say thank you. So thank you again for your order, Kim. That's my sister's, not mine. Crafty Twins fabric, or I might even put Crafty Universe or something like that, because that's what would be coming through. So I can preview that. I can do whatever, right? So if you want to preview it and say, wait, do I have everything correctly? So there it is, right? So you can even take off list name. You might take off list name, just so it doesn't really matter. And then make sure they say that. So let's preview it again. Thank you so much for your order. If you want to get added to my email list and receive weekly specials, just confirm your subscription by clicking the link below, and I'll add you to my email list. Note, you are not added to the list if you do not click the button. Okay, so that's what you do. You want to make sure that that's there, because otherwise they're not going to know who it's from or what it is. Wait, I bought something from you? Spam, right? Because they don't know. They think they bought from Etsy. So you might want to say, you want to even edit this. Thanks so much for your order on my Etsy shop or through my Etsy shop. Right? These are the things that you got to kind of like think about what they see. So there's that. Then you just save it, save all settings, and then you can actually have them go to a specific page. Like let's say you have a coupon specifically for them to use when they first sign up. You can create a page somewhere. I don't know if you can do that on Etsy or not. I'm just saying you can do this. So this would be an option for you to add that in. And then you can just save all the settings. So you could just send them back to your shop if you wanted to, right? Send them back to your shop, maybe with a coupon code. And that way you can say, oh yeah, and when you can even put it here, when you sign up, you instantly get 20% off, right? And then you redirect them you just use the code straight from Etsy and give them 20% off, right? So that's pretty easy, pretty simple. Now, we've done all of that and you're like, hey, Kim, but I have a different email marketing platform that I use. Oh, it's funny. So do I. That's because Aweber is kind of a nightmare, which sucks that they're the ones that are integrated with Etsy, but so be it. Some people love it. Some people hate it. I'm one of those that falls into the hate camp, and Aweber seems great. I love their stuff. I do recommend it, especially for getting started. But ultimately, I like the pricing of another one with better deliverability and everything else. It's called Mailvio, and I'll put a link in the description for those who are interested in taking a look at that. Now, if you have another email marketing platform, you can obviously transfer them manually, right? You can transfer your subscribers manually. You can use automation like Integrately, which I'll also include a link. I love Integrately. It's one of my favorites. So here's Integrately, and it integrates with Aweber and many. Here we go. Search apps. No, let's see. All apps. So you've got lots of different apps that are in here, right? And like Mailvio is one of them. So you can come here and go, wait, is Mailvio on here? There it is. Now, I will say that the integration doesn't, it's kind of weird. And sometimes you have to ask for help. Like right now, if I want to go from Aweber to anything, right? Aweber charges you no matter what, whether they're pending or subscribed or anything. Right. So the problem with Aweber is that they consider everybody a subscriber until they're deleted from the system. Right. And so that's a problem, because that means that if you're just saying, hey, move my subscribers over, even if they haven't confirmed, they move over. So I have a message into them right now to figure out how to fix that. And once that is solved, then I'll go in and do a how-to in Integrately to do that. But for now, you could do it manually. You could just export and then import, based on date. You can, and I would do that, but I don't want to show my subscribers. Not that I have very many in here, but and most of them are probably me for testing. But I do have some subscribers in here and I can't share their data. So, but you can see there's WooCommerce, there's QuickBooks, there's so many things in here that they integrate with. They're amazing. They're a lot like, if you ever heard of Zapier, they're a lot like Zapier, but they have more integrations. So unfortunately, it doesn't integrate directly with Etsy. Otherwise, we would do that. But it's kind of like an either or, right? You can either use, there is one, it's called automate.io that integrates with Etsy, but you have to pay for the premium. So that starts at $20 a month. And you're like, okay, well, I don't want to pay $20 a month, right? And this one, you can actually get some actions in here for free. So they have 200 tasks that are free. So if you don't have a whole lot of people buying, then this would be a good way to just connect it between the two. And of course you have, it's just a 15-minute delayed time. So it's not the end of the world. And then it would go from Aweber into, you'd still integrate Aweber with Etsy. Then you would integrate Aweber to whatever your email platform is, right? So let's say you have MailChimp. MailChimp's a popular one. It's right there, MailChimp, right? If you have, what other ones are there? ActiveCampaign, that's in there, right? There's ActiveCampaign. And so there's a lot of different ones in here. You can check and see if yours is on here. And that would be an inexpensive way to connect it until you have too many orders coming in. And so we'll talk more about Integrately another time, but I just wanted to show that and put that out there. And of course, you can do the same thing with Zapier, right? Zapier's got some free steps in it as well. And you can connect through most of the platforms there as well. So that's one way to do it, or well, two ways. So you got your manual, you got your automation. And then another way would still be using automation. But remember how we talked about over here that your list settings, that you have to have it be confirmed? If you're paying for the paid version of Aweber, which I think it's like maybe $20 a month. So again, we're starting at $20 a month to do anything past Aweber at this point. But let's say you're doing that. You could theoretically turn this off, send them into your into your, whatever your preferred platform is, and then run all the automation through that, right? So if you're doing Mailvio, you can put them into a list. You can still, once they come into list, send them a confirmation message at that point, and then they won't become subscribers until they confirm. And so you'd be managing it more out of that other one. So those are different things. There's another cheat way you could do it from here without connecting it, and that would be you send the confirmation message, and let's go back and edit and look at this message again, right? You could say, instead of having it, you can't change the button. So people are still going to click on the button, unfortunately. But you could theoretically come in here and, I don't know if you can actually add a link now that I say that. But you could say, go to, and actually I would just say, I would just leave it like that for now, right? So it's, unfortunately, you won't be able to, let's do with an HTTP in front of it and see if it does that. I'm guessing it's not going to, because they do not want a link. So yeah, you would have to hope that people would type it in then. So that is something you could do. I've heard of people doing that, but I don't necessarily recommend it because it's not a hyperlink. The only link is the button to confirm. So that's something that you can't change that. That's automatically built in for Aweber. So again, if you want to attach it to somewhere else, you might want to just use automation once they sign up. So that is how you do email marketing with Etsy. Of course, if you don't know about email marketing, I'll include a link to email marketing training. There is a really great course from a guy that does email marketing, and he does, he teaches you how to do it. So I'll provide a link to that as well. Okay, one thing that I want to make sure that you know before I leave, that I just randomly thought of, is that you need to make sure that you go to your account, which is on the bottom left. I don't have that here showing, but you just click there, you say go to my account, and then you click domains and addresses. And here you want to make sure that you have if you want to add a domain, you can add a domain, or you can add your email address. You need to have a unique email address. If you don't have one, then you can go, I have a link to the video that I did on how to get one. You still need to buy a domain. That's still going to be something you're going to need. So you're going to have your own domain, but you're going to then be able to get a free email address through Zoho, which I have an entire video that walks you through that. So I'm going to link to that in the description as well. So here though, but you want to walk through their instructions. They'll give you instructions on how to put in the SPF and DKIM records, which you'll have to do for both Aweber and Zoho, which if you're like, hey, I've never done that before, watch the Zoho, the how to get a free email address video, because you'll understand a little bit better of how to do that. Plus, you'll get to see if you purchase through we have a reseller account for GoDaddy. If you purchase through us, you'll see the walkthrough of exactly what you're going to see. So again, if you have questions, you can reach out, hop into the Facebook group, etc. All right, so I added this in after the fact, so we'll see how it goes. And then, yeah, that's it for this one. And if you guys have questions, if you have specific scenarios you want to run by, you can hop into the Little Biz Resources Facebook group and ask questions. You can, post them here. If they're not personal or not too sensitive, you can post them here on the YouTube video, or you can always come live on Thursdays to the YouTube channel and ask questions then. And I thank you for watching.